we're going for the long run on this one. I got a ton of stuff I want to watch with y'all. Right off the bat, this is pretty recent, but it's just I know I don't really talk much about it, but day job involves repairing a bunch of tech or taking apart technology. It all depends. So at least one of my part-time jobs. And so this is one of those dudes that actually I watch personally and at work. I haven't really watched or subscribed or anything like that on like the channel or anything like that, but I love the dude. He's amazing. Giant rig everything. Subscribe. And there's another company that's like pretty well known in the YouTube scene, especially if you guys have ever watched Linus Tech Tips and stuff like that. Called D Brand. Amazing, amazing company as well. I guess they got all of like their super cool ideas, like effectively stolen,
Got
by
something.
like a company called Caseify, I think they're called. Now it's a really cool. Basically, the point is that they, as you can see here, it's basically the case is a photograph of the inside of the current device that it is. So if you, for example, if you have an iPhone 10, your case would be an exact replica of the inside of your phone. So it's almost as if you get to see inside your phone, like an X-ray. I used to do something similar back in the day. Basically, I want to say it was like the Note 5s. Yeah, around the Note 5s or the Galaxies, I used to actually remove the glass in the back and peel off all that paint and just leave a clear glass. Then I'd adhere that back down with 3M clear double-sided adhesive, which is not the best. It's actually better to use Tessa tape, for anyone wondering. But it was clear, so 3M. I just sort of made do with that. Freaking phenomenal, really cool. One of the my I got an idea from an old manager I used to have, who was just what an amazing idea it was. It was so cool. I loved it for a long time. I'm definitely not doing that with my more modern day stuff. My iPhone 13, I'm pretty sure if to get that paint off, it would like eviscerate the electronics, like internally. You know what I mean? So I'm muted on the speakers. I'm not getting double echo. All right, cool, my dudes. Let's play the video. Jerry rigs everything. Love you, my dude. Let's hear what's going on. I hope the best for this dude. Seriously.
Got something a little bit different for you today. A video I never
He
thought
also
I'd
has a
have
calm
to
and
make.
relaxing voice too.
There's a company you've all heard of, and a company worth probably close to $1
I
billion
forgot I can full screen now.
that's
I have a
stealing
secondary
my
computer.
stuff. And today we're going to fight back the
Not
way
that you
Uncle
need to
Sam
do that in order to
intended
have
with a
it's mainly because I
lawsuit.
have a separate monitor now.
It's Casetify.
So it's the correct
Casetify is stealing my
resolution.
stuff. And the
So when
story
I
of
first
how I
play,
found
actually,
out is rather fascinating.
Caseify.
It all
Okay,
started
it
back
totally is
in
Caseify.
December of 2019 when I decided to upgrade my cell phone. I went from a Galaxy S8 to a Note 10 Plus, and little did I know that that upgrade was going to land us in court. It was that exact day when I launched the Teardown skin with my friends over at D-Brand. Teardown is obviously a line of cases and skins that show the inside of your device.
Oh, check this out. I didn't know he made it for the flip. That looks like the Galaxy Z Flip. Oh, with that chunky battery, what is that, the 3? Maybe the 4. Yeah, I think the 5 has a much smaller motherboard, doesn't it? Maybe it is the 5. I'm actually not too sure now.
On the
We go
outside.
through.
It's kind of what I do.
I haven't really taken apart too many of the flips and the folds. I've done a couple. Don't get me wrong, but not a whole lot.
And D-Brand and I go to extreme lengths to ensure that every teardown skin is an accurate representation of what's actually on the inside. But that also doesn't stop us from sneaking in a few Easter eggs for people to find.
Just be aware, even though it does look phenomenal, when you actually in person open these up, everything's covered in glue. Like not glue, it's an adhesive, technically like a double-sided adhesive, but it's basically glue.
For example, on the back of this Galaxy S23 Ultra ribbon cable, it says
a little bit I don't know if there's an NDA, but let's just say I used to work for certain companies, so I used to take apart a lot of their devices. The only thing that's missing here is actually the loudspeaker, which would be down here. It's a big black plastic, or like I don't even know if it would be plastic. It'd probably be more what do you call that? Fiberglass? It'd probably be more fiberglass. That would be like just over this, and a big piece over this, as well as the ginormous circular wireless charging plugs, which is just a big. It would basically cover the entire thing. It wouldn't make the it would make the case look less cool, basically.
Cable, it says glass is glass and glass breaks. Definitely not something Samsung would ever put inside their
You know
device.
what's something really awesome too is I used to say something so similar to all my customers all the time too. And I didn't say this specifically, but I used to tell people like, "Look, it's glass." Like, because people used to say all the time, like, "What kind of glass are you using?" It's like, ladies and gentlemen, I know that Apple likes to say all this fancy words about their glass and all this other stuff, but at the end of the day, no matter how many times you treat it, no matter how many fancy chemicals you put it through, or what kind of heat treatment you do to it, tempered, non-tempered, diamond, gorilla, glass is glass. Like the glass will break because at the end of the day, it's still just glass. I used to just say that it's still just glass. It might be treated. It might be more resistant to scratches because there's like chemicals on the surface that like don't make it easy for the surface tension to be broken. But like it's still just glass under there. Like it's still just sand melted
But
down.
that is something I say very often, and we toss a few of these treats onto every skin. These Easter eggs are going to be extraordinarily important here in a
I love the
second because
MacBook
extraordinary
cases
claims
too,
of
dude.
theft require extraordinary
The
proof.
Mac.
Luckily for
This
me, though,
I don't
Casetify
like the newer Mac. What? This is not a MacBook. This is an iPad. Yeah, this is never mind. I thought this was a MacBook. No, this looks like more like an iPad. Is it a MacBook? I haven't seen a Mac. Maybe the latest MacBooks are like this, with the motherboard being straight down the middle. That's a Mac. That looks like an iPad Pro 12, 12.9 or something.
is more like
Yeah,
the Home
that's a
Alone
MacBook over
thieves
here
and
behind
less
me.
like the Ocean's
Y'all
11
can't see it.
thieves.
It
But
looks
I'll
super
get to that.
cool.
Keep in mind that this
It
is a
looks super
true
dope. The
partnership
MacBook
between
One.
Dbrand and I. We
Go
share
look. Go
profits
look it
like
up.
partners,
He's
and
on
we're
Dbrand.
constantly
Jerry reads
growing the
everything.
product line and figuring out which
It's really
devices to
cool.
support
The
next.
fans make
Since
it look
that
super
launch in
scientific
December
and
of
futuristic.
19, we've supported over 100 devices with teardown skins, and we'll keep going as long as you support us or until Apple stops making iPhones, whichever comes first. But let's go back. What did Casetify do to warrant all of this negativity? Well,
I wonder. I just got what is it? A ThinkPad, an IdeaPad. I just got an IdeaPad from Gauss. Thank you, Gauss. It's very quickly turning into my new mobile editing station, and is going to be my main source of how I'm going to be communicating with everyone in chat, in on Discord. So whenever I'm not on screen or not on the stream, that's going to be like my new it's basically my new carry-on device. Uh, I wonder if he makes a case for that or something similar. That would be dope.
back when
Doubt it.
Twitter
I
was
doubt
still
it. Highly
called
doubt it.
Twitter, someone tagged Dbrand in a post pointing out that Casetify was selling a Samsung Galaxy S23 phone case with the internals of an iPhone. And not only that, every single product they were selling was using the exact same iPhone image. The average person might not have been able to spot the error, but anyone watching my channel could have spotted the internal differences from a mile away. Dbrand being Dbrand took a little shot at Casetify, which is fine, just a little Twitter banter between companies. Dbrand and I continue along our merry way making accurate teardown products while Casetify is dressing up androids like iPhone.
P.S. Everyone needs to, just in case anyone doesn't know, Dbrand is famous for trolling people online. They kind of they kind of act like I can't even say it. I don't know how many minutes are we in. I can't say it yet. YouTube will get mad at me. But they act like douches. But that's like part of their whole shtick. They act like D-Brad acts like D-bags. You get what I'm saying? Like that's kind of
No big deal. I thought that was the end of it.
super
But
funny though.
it wasn't.
We gotta follow
A few
on
months
Twitter.
go by and we get
one of the
tagged
few
in another tweet.
companies that
I
actually,
found a
like,
product
actively
like
tries to,
Teardown,
like,
but more expensive.
just be
Clicking the
on
link, it
social
takes us
media.
to a landing page for a new
Ooh, check it
product
out.
line.
Look, that's it. That's the thing I was talking about. This is the copper circle wire that's in charge of wireless charging. Most of the Samsungs and iPhones would have this big old piece right there in the back. This one in particular, what's really cool about this one, you see these little like bits right here, these segments. Each one of those is actually a magnet, which sort of helps a lot with keeping it in the right like apparatus, so to speak, like in the right place for a lot of the MacBooks, especially.
Line from Casetify called Inside Out. And when you click to the website, check it out. They did it. A much more accurate look at
There we go. There's the MacBook. Oh, it looks so cool. I have to. I can't hate. I have always and will continue to love this fan design. I don't know if it's the best design ever, or whatever, but it's a really cool design, and it's super easy to install these and remove them.
the insides, and normally I'd be very proud of
You see what I mean? If you leave if you leave the giant copper wireless charging thing, it takes up the majority of the phone.
Casetify for actually taking the effort to
now imagine this here, but with the giant copper wire circle. You know, you wouldn't be able to see a lot of these cables and stuff.
Very accurate, portray the insides, because I'm not the only person on the planet who likes to take things apart. I don't own the idea of repairing things yourself, or am I the only person who appreciates the beauty of internal hardware? If Casetify went back to the drawing board, purchased a bunch of phones, took them apart, scanned the internals to properly make a teardown skin competitor, bring on the competition. If that's what they did. Spoiler alert, that is not what they did. Do you remember all those Easter eggs I told you about?
So is it like... I figured, otherwise we wouldn't have been talking about it.
Earlier, while we were scanning this new competition from Casetify, we noticed something interesting on their Galaxy S23 Ultra case,
I'm wondering,
which
is it like
I happen to have right here. The print quality is extraordinarily subpar, but I think you'll be able to notice what we noticed right here on Casetify's case that Casetify sells on Casetify's website. Glass is glass, and glass breaks. I know for sure Samsung didn't put that there, so what's my phrase that I use all the time doing on one of Casetify's products? After seeing this, we decided to investigate a little further. Check out this R0807. If you've been around long enough, you'll know that this is a reference to D-Brand's robots.
I have no idea what happened there. Yeah, I guess at some point I changed my microphone. Now let me push it further away. Alright, sorry, I guess I freaking messed with some of my settings. So sorry, I'm gonna go back. Here.
Glass and glass case.
Because I want to see what specifically
properly make a teardown skin.
Like, what did they do?
Bring on the competition. If we notice something interesting on their Galaxy S23 Ultra case, which
the S23 Ultra, which is their current one, the 24 Ultra.
The print quality is extreme.
Dude, he must hate being in his office. Can you imagine how many times he picks up a case? Like, that's not a phone. I can only imagine. That's gotta be annoying.
But I think you'll be able to notice what we noticed right here on Casetify's case that Casetify sells on Casetify's
So they full on just took your design with the Easter egg and
breaks.
everything.
I know for sure Samsung didn't put that there. So what's my phrase that I use all the time doing on one of Casetify's products? After seeing this, we decided to investigate a little further. Check out this
I actually love that he went. Because yes, like one thing that you will notice that's not on a lot of the cases, there is, and you'll be surprised to find, a lot of Sharpie and pen markings inside your phone from like quality control people, like just checking this stuff out. There's a lot of Sharpie, a lot of pen.
Long enough, you'll know that this is
and a lot of random numbers, serial numbers, codes, and stamps and stuff
and
that
he's
not
near
including
this Lego-style ribbon connector. It says CTFY, surrounded by a trio of 11s. 11/11/11 isn't just the day Skyrim came out, it's also the day that D-Brand started their business. Now, why would Casetify include the day that D-Brand was founded?
I love that they put so many Easter eggs into it. They really went the extra step and like made this case unique and straight up not just like it's just a straight scan, I would say. You could tell somebody scanned it in, went through, they edited, they photoshopped some stuff out, and then they photoshopped some stuff in. So it's like there's more to it, you know? How's it going, Mr. Gamer? Yes, he is. This is Jerry Riggs Everything. He is the dude who like started selling the cases. I've been watching him for a long time. I love this dude.
Products, unless you see where I'm going with this. Let's take
it's
a look
very
at
rare
my
to see his face, though. I'll be honest. Like it's kind of off-putting.
We have the same level.
I'm not used to. I'm used to this. See.
Ribbon. And the
I'm used to this.
Easter egg is also front and center.
I'm used to hearing the soft, soothing voice.
Single Casetify product
when I see it related to a face, it just trips me out. I can't handle it.
Easter eggs on it.
I really like the flip and the fold cases he's got going though. They look awesome.
I'm starting to think that Casetify's inside-out product line
it was a collab. It was a collab. I didn't know that. I full-blown thought it was except like D-Brand just happened to separately make their cases, and then Jerry Riggs Everything made this. I thought that was the case. No, I didn't know that it was a
Our
collaboration.
Easter eggs were showing up in Casetify
And they have like
products,
over
and we
100
both
something
couldn't figure out why
cases.
Casetify would create their
So
own
it's like,
version
it's
of
not
Teardown
a
and
quick little
painstakingly
one-time collab. It's
recreate
like they're
the Jerry Rig
consistently
Everything Easter eggs.
putting out for the new
Unless
devices.
Casetify didn't recreate the Jerry Rig Everything Easter eggs, and the ones that are the ones left behind in their rush to ride the Teardown train. To put it another way, maybe Casetify didn't digitally recreate my glass is glass and glass breaks, or
Oh, come on, you didn't even freaking... You got like a 420p JPEG? What is it?
D-Brand's Pyramid.
Okay, see, that starts to get into like... before it was like, y'all just hired a lazy employee, see? And that dude thought he could get away with it. This is starting to look more like either the employee or you is doing like some sketch, like some...
Or the 1111
like they actively went and either tried to bury a lot of the evidence.
Hours on this Pixel 7 Pro.
But why make it why make it a cruddier resolution?
Watt-hours of battery capacity.
Why steal someone's design and purposefully make it worse to hide the evidence that you stole the design? Why wouldn't you go the opposite and steal the design, get rid of any evidence that you stole it, and then improve the design somehow? And then just, I feel like nobody would be as mad.
But Casetify wouldn't know that, since they probably didn't even take apart a phone to get this image. And if you squint really hard, you can literally see a cut and paste of D-Brand's logo on Casetify's case.
They really made it just... Yeah, that's where it gets sketchy. Because, like, it's not just bad, unless, like, who knows, maybe this is just an image on their website. I would love to see them side by side. Because this is just a digital image, right? Maybe it's a bad... I don't know. I don't know how to play devil's advocate here. That's like...
I didn't realize they were transferring over a decade's worth of inside jokes and connections that I have with all of you as they stole the Teardown designs. Casetify did attempt to remove some of the more obvious Easter eggs.
Yeah, they literally went piece by piece stealing ideas. Or stealing...
This is Home Alone's skill levels of thievery, and if you haven't watched that movie...
Like, my whole... Like, I'm not even like, why steal the idea? It's like, why didn't you just Google image, like, you know what, like, you don't have to, like, all you gotta do is, S24 Ultra, let's go. This keyboard! Sorry, I'm still missing certain keys and I lost more. Chaos, please link me the keys so I can order them. Like, this is all they had to do. Like, come on. Huh? Like, you actively, like, this is an actual scan of the actual phone. Any, like, pick any place. You want a really good spot, like a really good website? iFixit. This is like the most mainstream of the mainstream websites to get like teardowns. If anyone at home wants to learn how to fix or repair any device, even if you just have an old device, an old iPhone stuck in your closet, and you want to just sort of tear it apart, it's garbage anyways. Might as well tear it apart and just sort of see what's going on in there. Once you start tearing down one or two devices, you start to see that there's a lot of similarities, and you start to sort of be able to tear down more stuff. But you get kind of my point. You could there's free resources to get all, like, scans of the inside of the device. This is not, like, this is not the most difficult thing in the universe to just get yourself a scan of an actual, genuine, real Samsung phone. Why go looking for the Jerry Rigs Everything video, or image just to steal those, like, little bits? Like, come on, dude.
I highly recommend it. You might be thinking to yourself, hey,
make
Jerry,
it less
why
obvious.
would they do this?
In theory, it's still theft unless you personally
you print out and
you do scan. Yeah, it 100% is. It 100% is.
On a case, it
this
can't
is
be
like
that difficult.
But it's like too brutally, like, obvious that they stole the design. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can almost see them photoshopping the image. You know what I mean?
To answer that question,
like, just
I'm going to open the curtain a little bit.
You don't even have to go and scan your own phone or go scan a real one.
Just to create a teardown skin for the iPhone 15
that's cool.
Pro. We first scanned the phone in ultra-high 2400 DPI resolution, giving us an image up to about 41,000 pixels wide by
Then he just sort of
30,000
censors out
pixels
all
tall.
that.
Enough
I wonder,
detail
does
to
he keep
print
the
out on a
Apple
billboard.
logo? I
Then
doubt
it
he's
takes
allowed
about 10
to,
hours
right?
worth of editing a first draft in
He should
Photoshop
replace it with
before
like a
producing
pear
prototypes,
or a
making
banana.
adjustments, and getting it ready for mass production. Nearly every imperfection gets cleaned up while taking a few creative liberties to spruce up the internals, like
The
undressing the
adhesives and all
wireless
that.
charging
Yeah,
pad
yeah,
so its bare copper coils pop better. Not only is it a lot
yeah.
of
Oh, look at that!
imperfection
Perfect
gets cleaned
example.
up while taking a few creative liberties to spruce up the internals, like
Most
undressing the
people would
wireless charging pad so it's
freak out about this. Let me go frame by frame here a little bit. Okay, there you go. So most people would freak out because that looks horrendous, right? This looks terrible. This looks bad. Look at that. However, that's how they're gonna come up. That's the only way to get them off. I'll be completely honest with you. I have been doing this for years and years and years. I've seen masters of the like genuine Samsung engineers in the store working on these devices, and they did worse than this. So you can see why they would have to take some liberties here and like change it up.
copper coils pop better. Not only is it a lot of work, but we put the same level of attention.
But that's
onto
cool
every
that they're like
device in the teardown
bringing
product
back
line.
the
I'm
original
not
like
kidding when I
daughter
say we put
boards.
over
They're bringing back.
10,000
That's so
hours
cool.
into
I love it.
editing alone. Check out these example images, what the device looks like in the initial scan and what it looks like
Yeah,
after.
you can see they he deleted
I say we
the.
put over 10,000 hours.
I don't know if it's a
into editing
CPU, but
alone.
he deleted one of
Check out
these
these example images.
little pieces here on the case. Can you see that? Yeah, I'm not looking. Okay, yeah, you can see he deleted that, so you can see it. I don't know if he actually did it in real life, but at least for the image, he did. You know, that's so cool. He removed the little plastic covering for the charging port, so it's just a little prongs, a little touch. What do you call those chaos? The touch pads? Yeah, touch the pads. Whatever. Yeah, removing the little dot of I think that's like thermal paste. Really good work, dude. You can see the effort they put. They removed the little camera socket.
What it looks like after we are finished with it. It's just as much of a work of
Nice.
art as a
Yeah,
realistic
removing
representation of the internal.
What do you call it? The covering, the cowl.
The original images are
of the
just like
cameras?
what you'd see in one of my teardown videos.
Which you don't want to
and
remove.
the
Do not
polished
remove that
up
cowl on
image
the actual
incredible
cameras in the
detail
phone.
with Mr.
Please.
Excited is what you
Go
get
to that
with a
iFixit
teardown
website to see how
skin
it's
or
properly
on a
done.
teardown
Don't just start
rip
removing stuff based
It
on
takes a
someone
lot
else's
of work
case
to make a
image or
teardown
something.
skin, so I think you can see why we
You're
are
gonna
a
end up
little
wrecking your
upset
phone.
that a massive company whose
iPhone
by
cameras
their
are
own
expensive, my dude.
CEO's
Don't go doing
admission
that.
is worth close to $1 billion might have just swooped in and copied 10,000 hours worth of work. But there's more. In order for us to confirm our suspicions,
gotta be
Vtuber
frustrating,
conducted an
dude.
experiment. I'm going to show you a video, and on the right is our artistically perfected teardown skin for MacBooks, and on the left is Casetify's inside-out case for MacBooks. Now, watch as we take the entire chunk of the MacBook teardown and move it over to Casetify's product. You might be surprised to notice how perfectly they match up. Or, considering everything you've seen up to this point, maybe you aren't surprised anymore. We're going to flip between Casetify's image and the one we just made with our teardown skin. We did this for every single one of Casetify's inside-out products,
Okay,
and sure enough,
this is what I was talking about. I wanted to see them side by side.
every single one failed our plagiarism test. Literally all of these Casetify designs you're looking at, from Pixel to Samsung, weren't made by Casetify independently taking apart devices and
Yeah, see, the deep red one is more cleaned up.
reconstructing their internals. They were made from
Like, forget the
our teardown
resolution.
product.
It genuinely
And to add
is
insult to
more cleaned
injury,
up
if
too
you
with
look at
a lot of the
Casetify's
text
website and
removed.
check out there.
It's more like they added more text onto their design.
I mean,
and then
my
make it
Galaxy
blurry.
Z Fold 4 case, it looks just like a normal ripoff. But if we zoom in, we notice a random
Just like a
extra
normal
camera
ripoff.
lens at the
Just
top
your
of the picture,
average,
a
everyday
portion of a
ripoff.
fourth circle. Turns out it's not just a random camera lens, it's literally the camera from our teardown product image on our product page.
No!
So not only did Casetify
No! Don't stop! That's like, if you're gonna steal, don't be lazy about it! Oh my god! All of the good... Dude? The technology gods are rolling over in their electronic coffins, my dude.
steal our teardown
That is
products, but we
lazy.
also think they didn't have the decency to buy them first and scan the real
Just
It appears as if they went to
crop
our
the
teardown
image
product
down,
page,
dude.
right-clicked the
What are you
image, saved
doing?
it, and used it for their own
This
profit.
takes like
And
2
to be fair,
seconds
this isn't the first time someone has tried
this
to rip
takes
off
2
our
seconds on GIMP. On GIMP, on the free Photoshop, dude. GIMP, like, it just takes 2 seconds.
teardown skin, but Casetify is not a mom and pop shop. They are a global brand with a nearly $1 billion valuation.
Yeah, it's a
with
massive
beast.
company.
Considering their size and cash flow, I don't see why they couldn't just buy a few phones, take it apart, and do the work themselves. And honestly, if they had, I would love it. Competition is a marvelous thing. I know how much work goes into creating a teardown product, and if someone wants to create decent competition, I'm all for it. But hopefully you can see with everything that I've shown you that
What
fair
surprises
competition
me
isn't the
is that they didn't, like, it's like, if Casetify was smart, right, which obviously they're not, why didn't they just, like, I don't know, just basically say, hey, to any other, like, it doesn't have to be Jerry, it could have been any other tech, like, YouTuber, and just be like, hey, you saw that thing they did with Jerry? Yeah, like, let's do that, but, like, let's do it our way. Like, but you do all the work. We're kind of lazy, you know? We'll give you the money, and we'll sell the product. Like, they could have just done that. There was no reason for any of this.
route that Casetify decided
Just
to take.
unnecessary.
So when we had this all
Like, an
figured out,
unnecessary
Deborah and I just
crime.
had one last question. What do we do about it?
I wonder how much they
normally
paid
a
the
legal
designer.
action kind of guy, but I also
You
don't
should
get
take
ripped
legal
off
action.
by billion-dollar corporations every day. I could call them out on
You should
social media, of course, or
absolutely.
Dbrand could tweet some witty
What's up, Megan?
tweets, but at the end of the day,
Oops, sorry, something coming up. Okay. Alrighty, my dudes. Tell you what, we're gonna finish the rest of this video. Once we do, I actually gotta go ahead and take Papa Monkey to go see the doc real quick. So, sorry about that, my dudes. Gonna get a little bit of an interruption. Once I get back, we'll see with that, and I might continue the rest of the stream today. So apologies about that.
in this David and Goliath situation, Goliath doesn't have the obligation to remove my products from their website just because I made a video calling them out on it. So instead, we're giving them something they can't ignore, a lawsuit. If you're watching this on the day it's uploaded, and
Not only that, but the simple fact that they're going to be
a federal lawsuit
full
against
blown,
Casetify
just
for
bringing attention to
copyright
this on
infringement as
YouTube,
of yesterday
across
morning.
like
Uncle Sam
the
has
platform.
indeed
It's
been
gonna
notified.
put a lot
The
of
legal
pressure
system
on
isn't
them,
exactly known for its speed,
especially
and
from other
efficiency,
YouTubers,
especially when
like
dealing
other
with
tech
an
YouTubers
international
specifically.
company overseas. But when
I know
do
Richard
have any
Review Tech
updates or
already
any new
made a video.
information, I'll be sure to let you know.
Who else?
But it's probably going to take a while.
I think did
This
Ludwig
isn't about the
already do
money.
something? I
Theft
guarantee
is
you he
just
will.
not cool, and I think the biggest way we can teach Casetify a lesson is with a multi-million-dollar lawsuit. Getting hit in the wallet is what hurts these giant corporations the most. There is a real possibility that no one wins here. I think they stole something, and I think they know they stole something, but the wheels of justice turn extremely slowly. And if by chance we do win, you won't find me in a new Ferrari or a private jet. I'll turn Casetify's thievery into furnishing my wheelchair manufacturing facility with laser cutters, CNC mandrel benders, and just give away wheelchairs for free as long as I can. For the past 3 years, I've thrown every extra penny
What?
I
I didn't
have
know
at
he
my
did
wheelchair
this.
manufacturing
What?
business, and if we win anything, I'll continue to do just that. I don't know what Dbrand's going to do with their cut, obviously. Maybe buy a hot air balloon with my face on it, or build a life-size pyramid in their parking lot. Something stupid, probably. But for me, it's not about the money, it's about the message. Don't right-click my stuff. Lawsuits aren't cheap, though, and normally I
that's
would say
messed
if you
up,
wanna help
especially
us
from like a
thwart
major
thievery, you could
company.
just
Like,
buy
what's
a
up with
teardown
that?
skin. But I imagine most of you watching this probably already have one. So Dbrand and I created something a little special instead. An all-new X-ray skin. It's a state-of-the-art method of getting the incredible real
that's
details of the insides
awesome.
on the outsides. You can think of it as Teardown's monochromatic cousin. Check out the pen detail on the USB-C charging port of the S23 Ultra.
That's freaking
or
sick,
the
dude.
leads on the speaker inside the iPad Pro.
Nah, see,
Or
this is
even better yet, the
how the
turbofans
difference
and
between
vapor chamber on the MacBook.
this is the
Unlike
difference
Teardown,
between
where we physically
just someone who's
disassemble a
creative and
device
original
run
and a
through
company that can only
high
steal
DPI
ideas.
scanner.
Like, wow.
This time around, we take the device
Why didn't you
to
just
a
partner with
metrology
Jerry
lab,
Rig and ask him
where
if
we
he had
use
any
a
cool
one-of-a-kind
ideas?
X-ray machine
Y'all are
that's
idiots,
normally
dude.
used to
Casetify is
scan
just dropping the
minuscule parts
ball.
in the assembly of
Hard.
spacecraft. literal rocket science. And you can't get a more in-depth look than that. If you want a behind-the-scenes look of how that X-ray machine works, let me know if that's a kind of video you want to see. And I haven't even shown you the best part yet. Light mode.
Look at this
And you don't
case
even
up
have to
here,
pick.
too.
For a limited time, buy either shade of the X-ray scans and we'll give you the other for free. Except for you,
dude,
Justify,
Chaos,
not
I know
the
you're
channel
gonna
bought
love
anything
that,
in the
dude.
first place. They'll probably just right-click and save again.
They got
If you
one
wanna
for the
support
freaking
channel
Steam
and
Deck
our
as
fight
well?
against an unprincipled
The
behemoth,
Switch one
or
looks
just want the
dope,
coolest looking
dude.
device on the planet,
Oh,
leave
I
the link
want
for
the
these
Switch
X-ray
one.
scans down in the video description. And thanks a ton for watching.
I want the Switch one. I wonder if he has one for the ROG Ally. I really freaking want to get the ROG Ally, my dude, so bad. And I would definitely put a skin on it as well if they had something like the Steam Deck one.
Device on the
Well,
planet.
I'll tell you what, dude. It did. Case of Fire messed up big time, my dudes. Big time. Similar to a lot of these companies, it's if once your reputation gets ruined here, it's over. So I'm glad at the very least they're bringing like this to their attention. And honestly, Jerry's been doing this for so long. I am very surprised that he like, I don't know. I'm very surprised that they would just take an idea from somebody who's such a big YouTuber, like a big name on the platform like this. I guess that's on them. Hey, they pay for it. Alrighty, my dudes. Ayoo, be sure to join the crew. Please like, follow, and subscribe. And hey, if you like that video, you should check out this stuff.